Silicon Frontier. This is number 10, and let's get right into it. So, this is pre-market. We've got 20 minutes to market open officially, but after hours, memory continues to keep ripping. SanDisk actually hit just 1600, but Micron in particular, pre-market almost hit 800, or I think it did touch it depending on where you're looking at the price. Memory keeps going up, and a lot of people think that the top is in, but I don't hold that view. I think we're actually still just getting started, as unbelievable as that may sound. Uh, Intel, I think it's doing its meme coin thing where it just keeps going up without any real credibility. Love Intel. Iron is down after hours. They're selling more debt. I don't know what these guys are doing. Seriously. Boom, straight down to 56. Like, if in 6 months as a semiconductor or AI stock you're down, like, that is seriously impressive. Like, you have one of the greatest demand drivers in history and you fumble the bag that hard. Like, kind of blows my mind. Anyway, EWI just on an absolute tear as always. Koreans are on its gambling season. Yeah, data centers, CoreWeave, of course. Just I don't know what it did pre-market. Yeah, kind of just stabilized. Cool. So overall, it feels like just another day of memory winning. Let's jump to Twitter and see what's going on there. All right. So first up, someone will definitely blow up today. Most likely a pod if I had to guess. Don't really know why. Yeah, Iron announced plans to offer $2 billion of convertible senior notes due 2030 with an option for another $300 million. It's like, why are you guys so inefficient with your spend? Yeah, people just don't get it until it's over. These companies are insanely cheap and insanely bottlenecked. That's 100% it. But yeah, Micron still is a forward PE of 9, and Micron and SanDisk are probably, in my view, like, they occupy such a privileged position in the AI build out or the stack that it truly still feels early. Anyway, let's move on to our semis list in particular to get a thing. Okay, so ASTS achieved a 98 megabit per second peak download speed from space directly to an unmodified smartphone using previous generation Block 1 satellites. Block 2 satellites are expected to double those speeds. That's pretty cool. If you can get 100 megs down, you can do a lot of stuff. Anyway, Tom Lee owns 4.3% of Ethereum. That's pretty interesting. Semiconductor operating margins. So, NVIDIA TSM are here. I don't know why these numbers seem wrong or low or outdated, because I'm pretty sure the memory manufacturers are hitting much higher margins. Let's dig into this a little, because I don't know why, but I think the numbers for SanDisk and MU might be lower. Haven't double checked here, but just a sense. I should probably check it, but yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's check it. Micron is a Q. I guess it'd be SanDisk earnings Q2, I think. No, Q3. They're a quarter off. Yeah, it's definitely, they're different segments they have, but it's definitely higher than 40%. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Iron, yeah, Iron I feel like is just becoming like a hated name. The neoclouds, I think, in general are just like probably one of the least favorite names in the market right now. I mean, rightfully so. They don't seem like well-run businesses. If they had their shit together, then I think they'd be in a better spot. But like CoreWeave have $100 billion of backlog, and they're just not executing on it correctly. So at some point, performance has to kick in. Like, yeah, you're in the AI trade. Yeah, like, things are great. And to me, I think seeing companies like CoreWeave and Iron actually getting dumped is a sign that this market is healthy. There is not rational exuberance, because if there was, people would still be pumping these things. I mean, look, Intel has that, but that's because it's Trump and we're in corruption season, so it is what it is. But aside of that, the market is pretty level-headed about what it thinks it is value and what isn't. Sam Altman just said infinite memory matters more than smarter AI reasoning. Memory is not a feature, it's a foundation. Yeah, it's HBM, DRAM, and NAND. There's this one chart I want to pull up from Jukan, because I think this is a really critical thing to understand. Wow, SK Hynix crosses $900 billion. That's pretty incredible. See, all the memory makers are slowly inching to the $1 trillion mark. My hot take is that I think memory companies will be worth at least at least a few trillion. Anything less just doesn't seem fairly priced. And market cap. This kind of shows you the largest companies in the world. Nvidia is clearly a $10 trillion company. Same thing with Alphabet. And I don't even really question that in my mind. It's really Hynix and Micron. These are going to be somewhere over here in the coming few years. And the fact they're less than $1 trillion still tells you there's a few multiples worth of upside left, at least in my view. But no, what I wanted to show you here was this chart. This is DRAM measured by dollars per kilo. And what we're seeing is SSD and flash memory is increasing way faster than DRAM, which tells me that SanDisk's earnings may not actually be over in terms of how high it could go, despite the absolutely insane run-up. I think we're still not over yet. To me, this is the chart that makes me very, very bullish on SanDisk, despite its massive run-up, because it means they're just going to keep posting blowout quarterly earnings for a while now. Cool. Let's see. Sive, haven't really followed too much of that. Tesla, I feel like Tesla's just become a milkshake. It's you don't know, the relation between all the different entities kind of just hurts a little. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, SK Hynix reportedly in R&D with Intel. That is actually bullish. But it's to be seen. Intel is now your solution to the HBM crisis, priced now 136. This is, to me, actually feels like legitimate news. Cool. Nebius is actually a well-run company, and you see it with the management. The founders are clearly plugged in. They know what they're doing, and it's a well-run company. So in the NeoCloud segment, it really feels like Oracle and Nebius. Oracle is just like Larry Ellison. The guy does not miss. Galaxy is in a weird space. It kind of just trades like a half crypto, half AI stock, which unfortunately is not optimal. Anyways, going back to Twitter. Where is it? Okay. Circle raises $222 million from BlackRock in an ARK token sale valued at $3 billion. This stuff hurts my mind. I'm not even bother going into it. SK Hynix turns to Intel's EMIB packaging as TSMC bottlenecks squeeze the AI supply chain, make Intel great again. Yeah, lots of news about Intel today. Cool. Interesting. I'm going to read that for myself later on. Okay, in Silica. scarce, I think RF, wave, SATCOM IP, multi-year NRA designs. Yeah, the microcaps, I personally, not really my vibe. Too much effort. With a lot of risk. Like, you have to really monitor the thing every single day. Interesting. Okay. So these are Korean. Oh, okay. Let's see. So satellites, Iron AI. I don't know how valuable this feels. Feels like a lot of Twitter slop. Nice website, but nothing here really seems information dense. Also, these AI graphics, I'm starting to really hate them. Cool, moving on. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, memory shortages are becoming structural. CoreWeave shows AI cloud demand, but execution's bottleneck. Agreed. That's the thing, I think, with the neoclouds. Like, do you have management that has your financing in check and actually is scaling profitably? Let's see. You are Papa John's, SC Turo, 27 veteran semiconductor engineer, been active on X since 2009. That's super cool. I don't think I've come across this guy, but let's see what he has. Okay. Okay. Trump said go buy Dell, and it jumped a bunch. But Dell's explosive growth is in PowerEdge AI GPU servers. Okay. Consumer PCs are no longer the growth engine, correct? Yep. The fact that he called it Trump accounts is, I feel like I should have seen this company. When you see anyone getting cozy with Trump in a way that publicly, you should probably get some exposure to whatever that is. So servers, 11 to 15% operating margin. Supermicro getting investigated has kind of been bearish. I agree with that, but like, I'm not really interested in 15% margin companies, and that too. They're gonna get squeezed by the memory mafia, so yeah, 50-50. Oh wow, Jensen Huang, he got honorary doctorate in from CMU. Pretty neat. I'm just going through this guy's feed to see like what does he have. So Samsung, Hynix, Micron, SanDisk. Cool. Yeah, the memory ETF is going crazy. I'm trying to find. Yeah, there's not too much. Okay. Anyway, seems like a good follow. Should probably add him to the semis list that I've got going. Let's just quickly do that. Boom. All right. Moving on. Robotics Endgame, NVIDIA's Jim Fun. I'm going to put this in my safe for later. Kind of see this has been doing the rounds a lot. Watch later. All right. Moving on. What if we actually go vertical from here? MRM is a pump and dump. Largely agree with that. Turbo Quant, lol. Yeah, at this rate, Oracle's debt to equity doesn't matter because, yeah, the DRAM prices themselves. Whoever owns compute, they now just own this appreciating asset. So, like, you kind of don't have to worry too much. Like, yes, CoreWeave's debt situation's bad, and I don't deny it, but it's also they do own a lot of memory, which is worth a lot. Micron cost 800 briefly. SanDisk, of course, just memory doing its thing. Cerberus, yeah, IPO is going to be insane. But To me, I just don't buy the story. I did some research into this a while ago. I do need to sharpen my thesis a bit more on why I don't like it, but conceptually, it's just like if you have a big chip, your manufacturing yields go down because if you have a crack in the chip anywhere, you have to remake the whole chip. That's why semiconductors are really small, because you can get higher yields. Also, the types of models that run on these types of chips have limited context windows, which means you can't really do ultra useful things, but they are very fast if you. So it's like it has a niche in the market, but I'm not like, wow, this is going to be the next Micron or whatever. I learned there's NVIDIA co-packaged optic supplier that builds massage chairs and US humanoids on the side. That's hilarious. Um, let's see. US futures down a bit. 1 gigawatt data center economics. So let's look at this because I think this has been like quite a topic of discussion. So back of envelope numbers for 1 gigawatt data center. All in capex about 50 billion. Revenue generated about 25 to 30 billion a year. Electricity costs 1 to 2 billion. 2-year payback. The boom is real. And now this guy says, well, actually, it depends on your assumption. Actually, so on the low end, 7 billion. So if you get 500,000 GPUs at 80% utilization at $2 GPUs an hour, you get 7 billion. Mid-range, you get 17. High, you get 32. So against 50 billion of capex, it's either 7, 3, or 1.6 years. But the operating cost stack is large. You've got power, facilities operations, IT services, labor, software, insurance, blah, blah, blah. Depreciation. GPUs over 4 years. I don't think that is correct. Yeah, I feel like this is wrong. Because it's not that aggressive. In 5. Yeah, agreed. So, okay, he's not really wrong. If old GPUs still have decent rental prices, then this math looks great. If it doesn't, then it changes massively. So, rental dollars per hour, software attach rate, and depreciation on IT equipment. So, let's check this out. Okay, that is a little full on. I'm not keen to go into, okay, I'm not super keen to go with that level of granularity, but I just want to understand the reasoning. To me, it really comes down to depreciation. I don't think it's 8 to 10 years. That just doesn't seem right. In my view, maybe 2 to 3 years is probably more accurate, but anyway, to be seen. All federal agencies must buy American. Interesting. Buy American. Cool. Micron is now the 15th most valuable company in the world. I feel like it's going to cross number 10 in not too long. I mean, Samsung's already at the door. Hynix is at 14. Micron is at 16. Very cool to see. Cool. Just, it's cool. Jensen graduating. World's number one industrial grade SSD provider and top 10 global DRAM supplier under 5 billion, an ASIC designer. I think he might have posted about this. Is it Snap? InnoDisk. It must be this InnoDisk. Let's see what is going on here. Okay, so revenue up 400% year on year. Cool. Margins 60%. EPS $1.84. Uh, sweet. Revenue mix DRAM, Edge AI systems, NAND flash prices. Okay, number one global industrial SSD provider. Bunch of aerospace defense medical customers. Consumer SSDs can't serve it. They also partner with NVIDIA, Intel, Qualcomm, DDR5. Okay, this definitely seems like the right kind of mix. So let's see. I haven't gone super deep into Taiwanese markets, but let's check it out. Nope, not there. Okay. So let's see. PE ratio of 80, but I wonder what's the forward PE. I might just have to do some manual little math here, but if we say Taiwanese to USD, new Taiwan dollar. Okay, so it's about $56. And where are we? EPS of about $2 for 2025. The whole year. That's the whole year. It doesn't really seem that attractive. Like, you still might as well keep buying SanDisk. Yeah, I can't find too much about why, unless it's people just chasing the next bottleneck TM. Serenity's also in on the trade. I mean, I don't think these things, they definitely could keep going higher, but why buy second place things when you can just buy the leader that's doing well, is what I always think. Cool. Let's see. How top colors. I love this meme. It's so true. Anyone who's a boomer is like, or doomer, sorry, is up like 5-10%, and anyone's like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm just up. Do you want to make money or do you want to be bearish? AMD, Micron, SanDisk. I feel like the entire market is really just converging on the same names. Everything else kind of feels like a bit of a drop in the bucket. Let's see if there's anything new on Micron while we're at it. All right. So, markets opened. What did Micron actually do? Let's see. Wow, straight gap up to 811. That is insane. That is actually crazy. Let's check out good old favorite SanDisk. Where are we at? Cool. It's probably gonna hit 1600 today. What a time to be alive. Insane. Absolutely insane. Cool. Deutsche Bank raised its PT from 550 to 1,000 today. Another extremely bullish commentary. I feel like everyone's really converging on the Micron trade, and it's still not over. It feels crowded, but it's definitely not over. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, we'll probably call it here. Thank you all for tuning in. Gonna be aiming for around this like 9 to 9:30 EST time on weekdays, so please tune in and look forward to hearing